Hey guys, welcome to the replay. If you're watching this on the replay, you can still tap for hearts. My name is Lindsay Gramont, the Homemade Mommy. And it's been a little while since I've periscoped you guys. And I'm actually sitting in the hospital waiting room. My husband just got out of surgery a little while ago and he's in recovery and they're not letting me go back there yet. And I finally feel like I can exhale and give y'all some wisdom. So I figured I'd do a quick scope because I've been missing you guys. He's doing great. He's in recovery right now. I totally feel like it's all good. We're on the uphill climb from here on out. So I'm feeling like I can be happy again. I mean, I was positive, but I wasn't really feeling much like talking to everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of your prayers and thoughts. Yeah, he busted his Achilles on Friday, so we've just been kind of hobbling around in pain the past few days. But thankful that it happened when it did because of this reason. So I wanted to scope you guys today. This is going to be a very quick scope. Again, just to reset and introduce myself and do some housekeeping. I'm Lindsay Gramont, the Homemade Mommy, and I'm a Crown Diamond with Young Living essential oils. And I often scope about inspiration and personal development and also recipes and DIY. And today I just had to do this because I would not be sitting here in the hospital waiting room with the ability to periscope to you guys if I didn't have time freedom. And the real question is, thank you for these prayers. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the hearts. If you're new here, you can tap for hearts with your finger and you can swipe to share this. Thank you so much. We know everything's going to be great now. I'm so happy that it's repaired. Yes, we're going to be leaving here very soon, honeybee. So I'm not too worried about that. So I want to talk about time freedom because if this had happened a couple of years ago, oh my goodness, I don't even know what we would have done. Because really, I mean, Evan's job was driving around in a car often. He was selling real estate, and so he would have been showing clients. And I've been able to retire him now, and he's working with me now. So we don't have that issue. And then I always was strapped to my phone on conference calls and meetings working at IBM. And I traveled a lot also for work, and it wasn't things that I could get out of easily. So, to have this time freedom now is huge. But I wanted to just give you all some wisdom on how to create that. How do you create that time freedom? And I was just listening to Randy Gage's scopes. He does a daily prosperity scope, and he's amazing. If you're not following him yet, you really should for your own personal development. It doesn't matter if you are sharing Young Living or not. But he talked about creating boundaries for yourself versus viewing yourself as having limitations. And if you are not teaching others how to fish, then you're not really helping them. And that is the point with all of this. And the only reason why I'm able to sit here today in this hospital room is not just because I've built a huge business with Young Living. It's because I've been able to teach other people how to fish. So often, I am bombarded with questions all of the time from people that really could get the questions answered themselves. And what I've tried to do is create those boundaries to let them know when they're overstepping, when they're looking to me as Google. Do you ever feel that way? Randy Gage, yes. Do you ever feel like people are looking to you like you are Google? And they ask you all kinds of questions that they really could go and answer themselves? We have to teach people to do that. And you do that by setting boundaries. And if you don't set those boundaries, then you're going to be limited in what you can do and how you can grow with your life, with your business. Same with your kids. I mean, I'm thinking about with my daughter. This morning I was able to get here at the hospital with Evan at 5 a.m. My dad came over and was hanging out there, and he said, well, what do I need to do to make her breakfast or lunch? Do you have like a list or some instructions? And I said, we don't need those anymore because my daughter can go and make breakfast herself now. How did that happen? We taught her how to do that. And that would not have happened had we not set that boundary with her and said, listen, at some point you got to pull up a stool to the fridge, you got to grab it out, grab that, even if it's a glass applesauce jar, you're going to go for it. And so those boundaries versus limitations are huge, and you really have to do that yourself. No one else is going to do that for you. So if people are constantly asking you questions in your business, if you're answering them in a way that is telling them that that's okay, then they're going to keep doing it. And they're going to keep using you and abusing you, and they're not going to see you as a person. And they're also going to do the same thing and feel overwhelmed with their support for their teams. And that's not something you want to duplicate. So it's very important that you teach people in a nice way how to fish themselves. So if they are asking a question that is in an email that was sent to them or is on the website, it was an announcement that was made, then point them to the source, point them to that announcement, and help them to see how to help themselves. We talk about this with health, with business. It doesn't matter what it is. That's how you create time freedom, and that's how you're going to duplicate and grow a very, very stable foundation for your business. And that's the only reason why I'm sitting here today. I'm able to do this scope with y'all because I felt inspired to do so right now. And I don't have to do it. I didn't have to do it the past few days. And guess what? My business didn't crater. You all didn't disappear because I didn't Periscope yesterday. I usually am very consistent, but when something happens in your life, like your husband blows out his Achilles tendon and there's a disruption, then that's a time for rest and reflection with your family. And you don't want to feel like when people are contacting you during that time that you have to answer them or that they're going to get mad at you for not answering them. Life happens. And so how do you have life happen and feel like it's going to continue without doing this? So I'm telling you guys, this is very important to do. This is how I have lived my life. It's how I've responded to all of y'all in the groups. I think many of you have felt the zing when I'm like, go and look for it yourself, because that's really important. So, to tell people it's in the group. Just do a search. The answer is there, or go in your member resources or wherever they need to go to look for the answer, or just tell them that Google is their friend and help them to learn how to help themselves. So creating boundaries is very, very, very healthy, and you've got to do that. So I hope that you guys hear me, and I'm going to continue to wait here using my piece of calming. But this is something you guys all need to be aspiring to do. Right now, Evan and I, this is what we do. We do Periscopes for you guys. We inspire you. We teach about the oils. We use them. And we are healthy. And this is a healthy person's injury. And I'm just thrilled that he's done now. And we're onward and upward to the recovery time. And yes, he'll be in a boot for 6 months. But it's all good. And if this had happened 2 years ago, oh my goodness, I don't know what we would have been doing. I think I would have been crazy at that time. So I'm very blessed. Young Living blesses us with these amazing opportunities, and you are blessed with an amazing thing here. And you guys, all you need to do is continue and be consistent and teach others how to do it and not become everybody's, Google, and you will succeed. So go out and get it, everyone, today. It's Tuesday, and I hope you guys have a wonderful one. Bye. Thanks for all your prayers again. We really appreciate it. I'll keep you guys updated, and thanks for being patient with me over the weekend when I wasn't too into scoping. Again, you can click to follow me if you're new by clicking the plus sign. If you just tap on the little number down there, or you can swipe and check it out. All of my scopes are saved at catch.me/hmademommy. We had a good brownie recipe a couple days ago, and I'm sure I'll be back every day now that I'm feeling like I can breathe again and that everything's okay. And, anytime somebody's going into under the knife or under general anesthesia, you get kind of worried, but it's all good. We're all good now. I feel like I can breathe. So have a great day, everybody.